boy, I love the holiday season with my husband who's right upstairs, just out of frame.
Oh, am I coming down? Oh, please tell me I lost the weight and kept it off this time.
Merry Christmas.
Who's that guy?
That's Lois's new husband, Lance.
Wow. I finally had the guts to leave her. Good for you, Peter. What about the kids? How are they doing?
See for yourself.
All right, everybody, I'm off to Colombia.
Chris got into Colombia?
South America, where I will attempt to smuggle drugs back into the country in my rectum.
Yeah, I knew there was some kind of rug pull coming.
And I'm off to Yale.
The lockmaker?
The lockmaker, where I have a minimum wage job.
All right, okay, yeah, I'm getting ahead of these.
I'm going to Brown. 4 boxes of Jimmy Dean pure pork sausage for my breakfast.
Well, I'm proud all my kids got into Ivy League puns, but what happened to Brian? Hey, what's Brian doing out here in the graveyard? He usually sleeps at the foot of my bed.
He still does.
Oh my God! I'm dead? But how?
You died from a fire started by your MILF on a shelf.
Want to see some pictures of my teenagers?
No, Karen. Look, I haven't watered my Christmas tree for a few weeks now, so could you watch your really long cigarette, please?
Did I tell you I went to the mall with my daughter and an employee thought we were sisters?
Yes, many times. I don't understand. Why didn't someone in my family save me?
They went to Newport because you wanted to be by yourself, remember? Looks like you got what you wanted.
Oh my God, look, it's my ghost!
Not exactly.
Ugh, why do I smell so bad? Because I'm a dog fart now. What? Why? Because that's what happens when you lose your Christmas spirit. You spend all of eternity as a dog fart.